Got a bit spicy.
Spicy indeed.
Sent some shots in a track called...
That's just plain old disrespectful. I'm not being funny. If someone's gonna say something about me, fair enough, but to describe it as that's like something smelly, something that fills the room, and it's not for a good reason.
It's not for a good reason.
I would be disrespected.
Like, get out of my house. You gonna come in here and just that's the thing. But taking no line down, she sent back with shots with a track called... Oh, she took it to church.
She took it to church.
She took it to church. Ginger Jesus! She took it to church.
Hello and welcome back to YEEEAAH Network's play-by-play end of 2024 special, part 2. My name's Nayana and Mena and this is Ginger J, and we're going to be unpacking all of the memorable moments, the unpredictable, the turny, wavy moments of this year, and it's going to be juicy, right?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be so crazy. Like, we're going to get into it. We're going to unpack the craziest moments, the biggest moments of 2024. So let's get straight into it.
Absolutely. And if you watched this last episode, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You know what you're tuned in for, but this one's going to be twice as spicy.
Make sure you click those buttons, guys. Subscribe. Let's go. And I'm going to go straight in.
Come on.
I'm going straight in with a win.
That's what we're here for today.
Straight in with a win for the culture.
For the culture.
Free the world boss.
He's free.
Yeah, he's free.
He's out. He's
the
out
world
of the
boss is free finally, due to a ruling of a British court. The British court ruled that it was unhealthy and it was unsafe of his judgment to be in prison. So they let him go after 10 years. After 10 years in prison, Vybz Kartel was free, man, free the world boss, and he's putting on a big concert December.
I know. Next year it's going to be mental. It's going to be fabulous.
This year.
This year? As in the end of 2024?
It's in a few weeks.
Really? Really?
It's in a few weeks. Vybz Kartel is about to shut it down. Ben's Bonani.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. That's wonderful. And guys, on the topic of Vybz Kartel, he's recently just got engaged. So celebrations are in order.
Congratulations, Vybz, man.
Congratulations. And talking about the wins of the culture, this rap beef went crazy. You know the beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion? It was intense. It was very intense.
Hiss?
Megan replied to Nicki Minaj with a diss track called Hiss in January, the beginning of this year. And that went crazy on social media.
She was hissing.
Absolutely. And you know, there was a controversial line where people kind of assumed that Megan Thee Stallion was kind of dissing Nicki's husband.
Yes, she was. She clearly was dissing her husband.
Do you reckon? Well, that's the thing. People are describing that and talking about it on social media, but obviously, while they were having this online beef, no one actually said anyone's name like that. So it was sort of like done under the covers, under the wraps, but we all know who everyone's speaking about, right?
We know.
Let us know what you guys think. Absolutely. And Megan kind of responded as well with a cryptic message on her Instagram story. As mentioned, it was cryptic, it was undercovers. You know, they didn't go into too much detail about who they were talking about, but it's pretty obvious. And that being said, Nicki Minaj is one of the best-selling female rap artists in the world, and she's actually just been on her Pink Friday tour, number 2. So that's very exciting as well.
Yeah.
The girls were loving it.
Nicki's. You know what?
She's the OG.
She's the best female rapper ever.
She's even been described as the queen of rap, and I agree.
I'll give it. Yeah, she's done it.
Yeah, she's done her thing.
You done 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours. You done it. Yeah, go.
Absolutely.
Go, Nicki. That pink phone. She's got a pink phone.
Yes, she does. Barbie girl. So what else has been going on, Ginger?
Bro, more wins for the culture. More wins for the rap beef culture. Stefflon Don.
Oh yeah, tell us about Stefflon Don. What's going on?
Kingdom.
Oh, I like what you did there.
You see what I did?
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was good.
It's like it was. It started and then it's like it didn't find the finish for me. It was crazy. Stefflon, she dropped at the top of 24, right?
Yeah.
She dropped a diss track at the top of 24 for Jada Kingdom, yeah? And Jada didn't really respect it.
Do you reckon?
Did you see the posts?
I didn't, but inform me.
Jada didn't respect it. She was laughing at Stefflon, and then what Jada said back, I think Jada won it.
But then where does Burna Boy come into all of this?
Burna's been out here spending his hard-earned money. That's a way to put it. Burna's burning. That's Burna comes in. Burna's just being Burna, and I'm guessing Burna's just had fun with both of them, and one of them didn't like it. That's what it sounds like, but I don't know.
Allegedly. So tell me, what's been going on with Latto and Ice Spice?
Oh, Latto. Spicy. Got a bit spicy. Ice Spice.
Yeah, very spicy indeed.
Sent some shots for Latto in a track called Fart.
That's just plain old disrespectful. I'm not being funny. If someone's going to say something about me, fair enough. But to describe it as fart, that's like something smelly, something that fills the room, and it's not for a good reason.
It's not for a good reason.
I would be disrespected.
Like, get out of my house. You gonna come in here and just fart? That's things. But Latto wasn't taking no lying down. She sent back with shots with a track called Sunday Service. Oh, she took it to church.
She took it to church.
Took it to church. Ginger Jesus.
And, you know, we've just been talking about Ice Spice, but Latto's not the only person she's been having disagreements with. She's actually been having an active beef with Cleotrapper. And this all started on her Y2K tour. You know, and TikTok was involved, social media was involved. And apparently, Cleotrapper was saying that she was excluded from her budget and that she had to fund her own travel. And the way I would describe it, it's like you're going on holiday with the boys, or if I'm going on holiday with the girls. And we all said we're going to chip in together, and then last minute they say, actually, what we've chipped in is not covering you. You've got to pay for yourself. I'd be fuming too.
I'll be fuming. I definitely would be fuming. But her name is Cleotrapper, so I'm guessing she didn't have troubles covering the expenses for travel.
Well, let's hope. And she also accused Ice Spice of being distant, but Ice Spice defended herself online, and she explained that she did invite Cleotrapper, and she supported her, and it's basically just a misunderstanding, a misrepresentation of the situation on social media. So, yeah, this is the problem. When people get involved, people talk, they make it bigger than what it is. I guess we'll never know.
Chinese whispers.
It is basically. It is Chinese
whispers,
whispers, and how it turns out on the end, who knows?
Definitely. It probably wasn't even that. Cleotrapper was probably paying for the whole thing. Cleotrapper.
Maybe so. And, you know, like I said, so many people have been speaking about it, even other artists and celebrities like Azalea Banks. Now, we know Azalea Banks. She goes way back. She's an icon. She's an icon for the girls. Absolutely. And, yeah, it's just
for
been
all
spoken.
the girls?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the men too.
Okay.
And everyone that's in between.
I'm not gonna lie. What you gonna do when I appear? When I appear? What you gonna do when I appear? When I hey! Don't gas me. Other than hip hop, Afro Beats.
Oh, I love Afro Beats.
Afro Beats has just made absolute waves this year, and Tiwa Savage is
incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Absolutely releases a first film, Water and Gary, with Amazon Prime. I haven't watched it.
Neither have I.
I haven't watched it.
But I think maybe we should.
Do you know what, yeah? My boys aren't.
I love her music.
Oh, listen, her music.
If that translates into film.
My boy's auntie watched it, and she was at his house, and I've called him, and she was talking to him about it over the phone.
Really?
So that's why I heard about it like that. So
you heard it through word of mouth, or a friend of a friend.
Yeah, and the auntie ain't old either. It's a young auntie. Don't think I said auntie like it's just auntie just walking through the market, just bringing the fruit. And
we don't discriminate over here. Auntie, you can be old, young, whatever.
I help auntie with the fruit and veg basket. Anyway, the big four in the Afro Beats debate is Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, and obviously Rema.
It's a tough one because I think each four of them are so talented and different as well. And I think for me personally, when people describe the term as Afro Beats, people try to fit everyone in a box, but there's different types of Afro Beats. Everyone's got their different season. So I want to give praise to all four of them.
So, watch this. Rema said in X that he's a part of the Big Four. Tiwa Savage in an interview. Do you know why I love the confidence? I love the confidence. I love it when people know what and who they are.
Yeah, and what they bring to the table.
And Tiwa knows that. Tiwa said that nobody is touching her. Not one person. You can't do it. You can't do it on talent alone. Just on talent alone, no one's touching her. So that explains why she's just going leaps and bounds ahead of
Absolutely.
everybody else.
And I definitely agree with what you said. It starts up here.
Yes.
If you don't believe it, then nobody else will. Do you know what I mean?
Not at all. Not at all.
And as a woman, yes, stand your ground. You can be on the same field as these men.
Also, we cannot forget about Thames, Ashake and Ira Star.
No, we cannot.
They've just continued to elevate globally. Like, they are really just doing bits right now. So
They are really pioneering
Afro Beats.
that type of music at the moment.
Keep beating up the Afros.
Absolutely.
like to.
And you know, Ashake, he sold out the O2 for the second time. How mental is that?
The longer boy tour. Longer boy. Longer boy tour. That's how you have to longo.
It's long.
Longo. Yeah? Longo.
Guys, we're Caribbean. Please don't hate
We're
us.
Caribbean.
We're Caribbean.
We're Ashake.
Yeah?
We're Caribbean. Yeah? I said it how in patois, longo.
You're cracking me up. Oh,
What?
Ginger. Thames, she had an amazing year, didn't she?
Thames had an amazing year. She released her
yeah.
debut album and it went off. Born in the Wild. Born in the Wild. I wonder what that means. I wonder what she means by that, Born in the Wild.
It's a question we'll have to ask her if we get her on Network.
Also, we can't forget WizKid.
Oh, no, we can't. Absolutely not.
Mariah,
That's his
16
name.
tracks, top 20, all of them in the Billboard in America. Every single track. Absolutely crazy. And it hit over 50.
Like, has that ever been done before? I don't know, but
I don't...
from me sitting here, that's an achievement.
It's crazy.
That's mental.
Your whole album is in the charts, in the Billboard
Yeah, every
charts.
single one. Like,
Every
typically
single
an artist will release a single as part of the album, and
Yeah.
that's the one that does that. But
2 or 3 of them.
that's absolutely amazing. It really is.
2 or 3 of them. Not only that, it recorded 52.8 million in the opening week.
For the streams.
52.8 million in the week for the streams.
On Spotify. That's, yeah, again, he's killing it. And like we said before in the previous episode, numbers talk. Numbers talk. They really do.
Numbers talk.
Now, if we think that WizKid is the current king of Afrobeat, then Kai Cenat is the king of streaming.
Definitely.
And what I mean by that is, you know, if we think about Kai Cenat, he's one of the most subscribed Twitch streamers. He's got around 702,000 subscribers. I can't even count that number on my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I'm out. I'll quit.
Forget about it. Big
702,000 subscribers after 30 days of his streaming marathon.
Crazy. Crazy. I'm going to do a streaming marathon.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going to be involved with your streaming marathon?
Me.
And what else? What games? What are you going to do? What are you going to talk about?
Oh, is that what you did?
I don't know.
I'll think about it.
I don't know. We'll have to cut that part out.
No, keep that in. I send that to Kai.
And talking about streaming, we have the Girlverse, an all-female streaming group. They launched this year, and they've already done streams with Deshae Frost,
Yep.
Russ Million,
Yep.
Darko,
Yep.
Banter Boys,
Yep.
Steph London,
And
Flo!
FLO.
Like,
You
guys,
know.
they're up and coming. They're definitely ones that you want to keep an eye of in 2025.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. Flow.
Speaking of Flow, they have become the highest charting British R&B girl group in 23 years. Guys, just deep it. Take it in. And this is since Mystique. You know Mystique. We've spoken about Alicia Dixon in the last episode.
23 years.
Take it in, absorb it, really, really let it go into your skin like it's cocoa butter. It's really important that you, do you know, take it in,
Take it in,
darling,
yes.
take it in.
Yes.
And they've just announced a whole new UK and US tour for the next year. So that's exciting times as well.
Exciting.
If you're into your music and you like to go and watch live gigs, and you like a girl group, especially this one called Flow, then that's where you need to go and get your tickets from.
Because they be flowing.
They absolutely do. The juices will be flowing.
Big up Flow.
And talking about other artists, we've got Odile, another one from the UK, and he's had one of the trendiest dances this summer. I think everyone and their dogs were using the sound on TikTok, you know, so, like everyone was using it for their days in their life, their vlogs, you know, literally any video, dancing, everything.
I almost used it.
Why didn't you?
I just didn't press record.
Right. Fair enough. And obviously, after the release of this song, he's had a really successful tour in the US, Europe, and the UK.
He's done super well. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. It was everywhere, and I wish him all the best. I hope he continues on with the trend. Because he looks like he's got it
with the momentum because he's doing so well.
Yes,
absolutely,
definitely.
We definitely agree with that. And you know, he's just released his new EP called Lustropolis. Lustropolis. And you know, the R&B icon Summer Walker. I love Summer Walker. I am obsessed with her, even from when she first started coming out in the UK and everything.
I love Summer Walker.
You know, it's filled with loads of character, different mishaps, and it became a meme-worthy moment as well.
Definitely was.
So guys, we've spoken about some of the artists in the UK, specifically R&B artists that are killing it right now, but this is not everyone. And unfortunately, we don't have the time to mention everybody that's really doing well and making waves. But just for the sake of it, just to name a few, we've got Sinead Harnett, we've got Sasha Keeble, Jazz Harris. I've interviewed Jazz Harris. Also, we've got Shay Universe, also interviewed her. Great people, great musicians, very talented. And yeah, just the overall, you know, when they've got the X factor.
It's about time.
Yes, and I think it's wonderful to see, you know, the R&B industry in the UK making a revival. It's really nice. It's refreshing.
I'm so happy. I love R&B.
Oh, I do.
I love it. So all of these artists, I'm just excited for. I'm excited for the next 2 years. Forget the next year. I'm excited for the next 2 years because
I know it's exciting time. I'm looking forward to see where this is going to go, where they're going to take it, what collaborations are going to be coming up soon.
Yes,
it's going to be a good year.
They need to collaborate. I tell you, Jazz and Sinead.
That would be that would be interesting. Imagine if they did like a massive R&B cypher. That would be wicked.
Don't gas me, please.
No, that would be too good. That would be too good, guys, honestly.
Wow.
And, you know, we've also got Jordan Adetunji. He had his banger called Kalani. And, you know, it did so well. It actually got traction from the real singer Kalani in America. And they've just released the official remix.
Yes. And you know what? It's in the playlist. It's in the playlist. It's actually in the playlist. It's a little bounce. It's a little jiggle, wiggle, 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 jiggle, wiggle, wiggle. But it's a nice jiggle, wiggle. It's a nice jiggle, wiggle. And I don't want to do this. So I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, we do have to take our time with the next one because it is quite an emotional time for everyone involved, the family, the friends.
It really is.
And this is definitely one of the moments I would say that has shaken the UK this year.
It's shaken the world.
Shocked the world.
Just because it just, without talking too much, because we don't know the ins and outs of it, it's just sad news, but it just seems like it just wasn't meant to happen, and it's happened. Sadly, we lost Liam Payne from One Direction this year. He fell from his balcony in his hotel in Argentina, and the tributes were crazy. The tributes were absolutely beautiful to see. Loads of flowers, loads of fans, family, friends, everybody, all the media stations, everybody was in support of Liam Payne, just as they should be, because I've always, you know what? When he left One Direction and made that track,
his solo career, it was really good. He's done amazing things, and it is really sad.
Yeah, I was really into it. Like, you could see he was an R&B. He was like a mini Justin Timberlake.
In his own way.
In his own way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a new, fresh Justin Timberlake when he came out with that. Yeah, man. Big up Liam Payne. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. It's really sad, but he will definitely be remembered in all of our hearts.
In the best way. He's the biggest boy band ever.
One Direction.
The biggest boy band ever. Rest in peace, man. Yeah, man. Rest in peace.
And we've got another really sad moment as well, don't we?
Yeah, like I said, I'm taking my
That
time,
happened this
guys.
year.
I'm taking my time. It's this one hit home with me. This one really hit home with me. This year we also lost Quincy Jones, man.
Talent. That's my word for this. Just pure, raw, authentic talent.
Like Quincy.
You know, he's worked with Michael Jackson.
Quincy is the music producer. He isn't one of the best. He isn't one of the best ever. He isn't the GOAT as the people put now. Quincy is the most renowned music producer and arranger, synthesizer, all of that, engineer, writer.
And do you know what's so crazy as well about specifically people that work in music and typically are behind the scenes, they're not the main artist on the track, is that you may think, oh, I don't really know who Quincy Jones is, but the truth is you probably definitely would have heard a song or a project or something that he's worked on because he's just that big and he's worked with so many amazing talent.
So, interesting fact, and this isn't put down in fact, but there isn't probably an ear in this world that's listened to music and hasn't listened to a Quincy Jones song, or to a song that Quincy Jones
has produced or worked on.
It actually, he's 90. He died at the age of 91, guys. And
a long life.
And the majority of his life was in the music industry at the highest level. So, what a loss! What a loss! It is
sad. And those are some of the people that we've lost this year.
Yeah.
Like we said, they mean a lot to us in our hearts, and they will be remembered
Definitely.
for their amazing work in the music industry. Now, let's move on to something more positive, shall we say.
Yes.
And it's going to be a short little game about, you know, this whole thing has been play-by-play with YEEEAAH Network. We've been discussing some of the biggest moments, some of the most groundbreaking moments of this year, some of the saddest ones too. And so we're going to be discussing what sort of things we should be leaving behind in 2024.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So what are you leaving behind?
For me, I would say I'm such a positive energy person.
Yeah,
I reciprocate energy.
She does.
So I'm going to say bad vibes. We're going to leave bad vibes in the UK well away. And, you know, it's quite a funny topic. People talk about it on social media all the time. And they say, oh, UK's bad vibes. But I would say not always. But if there are negative vibes, then, yeah, let's leave that behind.
It depends where you are in the UK. So we're going to say, bad energy, stay far away.
I'll make you stay far away. What
next?
else are we leaving?
Oh, I am leaving crying on social media.
Do you reckon?
I'm done with it.
But what if they're actually going through something and they just want to connect with their followers?
I've cried on social media.
Have you?
Then deleted it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It needed to be deleted. Nobody needed
Did you
to
have
see
that after you posted it? Did you have that sudden fear of, oh my gosh, what have I just done?
It wasn't a fear. It was like I watched back and I saw me breaking down, and I was just like, I don't think nobody wants to see that. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm an ugly crier.
Yeah,
you don't want to see that.
and it was just and you know, it just wasn't clear what I was trying to put out. Do you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of sadness instead of the actual point of what I was trying to make. And I believe sadness can overtake the point when you see them crying on social media.
Do you reckon?
And then, you've seen it. People have drawn people in and then told a story because they're crying. People have drawn in and donated, and then it's turned out that they've donated to something that wasn't even something that they believed in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would say another thing that I think we should leave behind in 2024 is definitely, you know, the whole idea of cancel culture, but then,
Yes.
you know, these fake apologies on social media.
Yes.
I can't stand it. It makes my blood boil. I really can't.
Ain't nobody believing that apology.
And like, I feel like, especially some of the things to do with like race and other things that are just outrageous.
Yes.
It's like, you can't just come on social media and apologize for that, because if you said it, clearly you mean it. Or are you just apologizing because you got caught?
There's a thin line. There's
there
loads of
definitely
thin
is.
lines on social media, and the cancel culture, the whole apology. Yeah, just stop it, guys. Okay, can we stop it now? Yeah, can we stop cancelling people? Just let people live their life.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yes, I do.
And I also want to take back my statement. I do think people should apologise. I think people deserve second chances. But what I will say is, don't say something you don't mean, because we, as, you know, consumers of the media, we can see right through it.
Definitely. See.
We can see right through it. And yes, one last thing that I would love to leave behind this year, the cost of living
Oh,
crisis.
oh my ginger
gosh.
Jesus, it has to go.
Guys, let us know in the comments whether you relate to this. It's just too much stress. I remember back in the day, 2016 was a good time. Before even
You're getting me hot. You're getting me hot.
Enjoyment.
Talking about
I had more money in my bank. Remember when Tesco meal deals used to be £3?
I remember when the meal was a deal.
Yeah, it was a deal.
Do you remember when it was an actual deal and not breaking the pocket? Now you got to give a whole £20 note for a meal deal.
Yeah, and that's not just in Tesco, but it's in all of the supermarkets. They've all put up their prices.
You're getting 2/3 of the note back.
No,
That's
absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely. And even I went to the cinema the other day. Tell me why one medium popcorn, one slushy, and no snacks on the side cost 3 times my ticket.
The cinema is £40-50 now.
Honestly.
Let's leave the cost of living crisis.
Let's leave that. I think that's part of the bad vibes. I honestly think if we didn't have the cost of living crisis anymore, there wouldn't be any more bad vibes here.
Government, sort out the cost. Just give us more money. And stop taxing us. Stop taxing us. Now, talking about that, the cancellation culture. Let's discuss it. What can never be cancelled?
I don't know.
Or shall I say, who can never be cancelled? And I'm going to let it breathe for 10 seconds because some people can type quick. That's it. It's enough. It's Rihanna. Rihanna can't be cancelled.
Why would she be cancelled anyways? What's she done?
It's like, I think this discussion needs to be had. Who can and can't be cancelled? Because the cancel culture is here.
Like, who's decides? Yeah.
Like, who is the exception? Who's the exception to the rule? And Rihanna's the exception. She's released a new hairline, Fenty Hair.
We know. She's released the clothing. She's released the makeup.
Crazy.
The skincare. She's really expanding her empire, and I'm all here for it.
And the fans love the new products. Like, she's getting raving reviews. And she's selling out everywhere, all over the world.
And some of the fans are actually worried that she's never going to return to music. All the navies are upset.
Does she need to?
Well, I say you can do it all, but we shall see. Like I said, more things to find out in the next year.
More things to find out from Rihanna in the next year, but big up Rihanna and A$AP Rocky on their family as well. Beautiful family.
Oh, beautiful family.
Rizzle Kicks are back after 8 years.
They are back. Back and better.
Back and better. Jordan and Harley are back with a new track called Javelin, and I'm excited because they're fun. Their music is fun, sorry.
It's fun, and it's just bringing back the nostalgia. Like, they were really rocking it during my childhood.
Really
the same way that people had nostalgia for N-Dubs when they reunited, Oasis. The tickets sold out quickly.
Sold out, and plus it's showing their maturity and where they've been in the past 8 years. Their new music explores themes like masculinity and self-awareness. Also, on the new announcement of their album, the title is called Competition is for Losers.
Competition is for losers.
Competition is for losers.
Wow, that's an interesting one. I like the idea. I like the concept.
They focus on sobriety, fatherhood, and life lessons. So I'm really excited to listen to their album and their new music because the way how they articulate their music is very fun.
And it's the message behind all of the songs as well, isn't it?
Definitely. The celebrity tour to make their comeback is on their way. So guys, keep your eyes locked in.
Stay tuned for that one.
Definitely.
And we've just been speaking here about, who decides who can be cancelled, who can't be cancelled. Well, I tell you, some people on social media believe that the Shit and Gigs podcast, well, that's a controversial topic. It really is. The owners, James and Fuhad, they sparked backlash online because they were laughing at an offensive joke that was made by Andrew Schultz, specifically about Black women and the Black community during their appearance on his podcast in 2024. James and Fuhad, the hosts of this podcast, they later apologized because they read the room, essentially. They read the room, they saw the backlash that they were receiving online. And even then, some critics and loads of people online were questioning the sincerity of their apology. We spoke about this, didn't we? Just before, about things that we should leave behind.
I'll be honest, it just didn't seem like they did enough to show that they were wholeheartedly apologetic.
And I think, one thing to do something wrong one time is okay, but if it's like a repeated behavior as well, that's something that you've got to look at.
Yeah.
And I think Andrew Schultz as well sort of had that notion of what I've just said in terms of, you know, he refuted their apology. He said that when they asked to remove certain things from the podcast, that comment that they were laughing at wasn't one of them. And so he is questioning their sincerity as well.
Oh.
There's been more polarizing, more shocking comments as well. And I think it's just raised a whole conversation about taking accountability and addressing sensitive topics respectfully, really, with a level of respect.
Definitely, and because of the size of their platform, they have a duty to. So
Oh, absolutely.
it's time to talk about who's been dominating 2024.
Oh, this is going to be a hard one, Ginger. It's going to be difficult.
It's not.
You don't think?
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. She's Swift, isn't she?
Well, truthfully, her fan base are loyal. She's done really well.
Taylor Swift with the Eras tour continues to dominate. She's breaking records and solidifying.
Breaking barriers. Yeah.
She's a powerhouse. She's an economy herself. I would only what I would be to be a number in her bank account.
No, absolutely. And do you know what's funny?
Records.
The same way that like Beyonce, when she was doing her tour, her country boy tour, it was like the same energy. I was like, oh my gosh, who's winning? He's winning. It's like, yeah.
It's crazy. And on top of that, Crepes, Nala's baby.
I'm so proud of that business. Like, I don't have a baby, not yet. But like when I see what they've done for their child, just bringing generational wealth into their family, it's wonderful.
Amazing. And this year they revealed the major celebrity investors that's actually invested into the company. So we've got names like Anthony Joshua, the model and actress Jordan Dunn, K-Trap, Big Rap, and Drill Artist, GRM founder, Posty, and plus 450 other stores that have invested into Nala's baby. That's
so wonderful to see the community come together. All of these successful business owners as well, to see, to invest in this, to work on it together. That's really nice.
Is black excellence coming together to create a black empire that everybody can feed off and learn from and live from. So yes, Crep Nala's baby.
And speaking of Crept and Conan are back, and they've just announced a new album. Like, guys, deep it.
Sorry,
And guess what it's going to be called?
What's it going to be called?
Young Kings 2. Young Kings 2.
Shoes. Uno, dos.
Tres. Cuatro.
Dos. I'm going to be here for tres and cuatro.
Some of the early releases involved Chip, Popcorn.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They're going crazy. Crazy.
Yes, the bars on Last Night in Kingston go mad.
The music is going nuts. And to have Chip involved, obviously Chip's going crazy right now, but Krypton Conan, to have you back, the album, Young Kings 2, let's get it cracking, my boys. Congratulations, man.
And on top of that, you know, we all know Skepta for music, but he's actually going into his acting bag. He's just created his first short film.
Yeah.
And it's called Tribal Mark.
I can't wait.
Me neither. And he's just debuted his new clothing line called Mains at London Fashion Week. So it just sounds like, you know, we've just spoken about Rihanna kind of expanding her empire from music to other things. And it looks like Skepta's doing the same.
Skepta, shout me for part 2, please. Yeah? I see you. Talking about movies, though, do you want to know what else was a movie?
What?
Would you like to know what else was a movie?
We want to know.
Kendrick Lamar and the Drake beef.
Yeah, that was...
I'm going to say it again.
For me,
Kendrick Lamar.
It took ages to get through that.
It was the whole year. These lot were releasing 6-minute beef tracks.
A documentary.
We're talking about a whole EastEnders episode per track, and it was immense. So Kendrick Lamar, the diss track, like what on Future's Metro Boomin's and album. It was cool. And J. Cole, remember J. Cole was involved.
Yeah.
And then he dropped out.
But the question is, who do you think won?
Kendrick.
Do you reckon? That's what most people are saying, yeah.
Kendrick won. Clearly. Drake hasn't sent back.
Well, yeah,
It's
I guess
done.
that's, he had the last word.
It's done. It's done. The beef is done, and it was crazy because Drake and the rap beef, like the woes, the back and forths. Now it's really escalated into the areas that they come from, and the artists that actually support them. They've had to pick sides: basketball players, football players, NFL, NHL. The whole industry, entertainment industry, have picked sides.
And got involved. So I think for whoever lost, I'm not going to name names, it could be quite
Drake.
embarrassing. Do you know what I mean?
No, it was a win for both of them. They both won. One lost the battle, but it wasn't a war kind of thing. They both won. They both got loads of numbers and loads of...
Well, yeah, I guess
you know what I'm saying?
business-wise, they both won.
Business-wise, they both won. But beef-wise, Drake lost. If you don't want to say it, I will.
I ain't gonna say it, but you can say it too.
You lost, Drake. Put the pad down. Put the pad down. It's somebody else's turn now.
Well, on that note, we've had some heavy contenders here, right?
Drake, you lost.
Now, let's talk about some of the breakout artists of the year. So we've spoken about some of the people making scenes in the world of Afro Beats, R&B.
Yeah.
We've spoken about quite a few things in this second part 2 episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who are some of the breakout artists for you?
Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Definitely agree.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me... Now, I need to do something that I've noticed that all the women be doing when that song comes on. Now, I don't be doing it. But it got, make me sweat. You look, I don't know what is with the girls.
Do you know what?
Make me harder.
I think with Tyler, she really created an it girl movement.
She created a whole new way for you lot to move. Like, it got crazy. You lot, I'm telling you, this trend
And she really
is
brought
Tyler.
her South African flavour to the mainstream. And I think that was so lovely to see.
Tyler.
Yeah, beautiful. The dancing, the singing, the performance, it's not just about the actual music, it's about the energy that you bring on stage. And she really brought that.
And she's stunning.
Yeah, she is
stunning.
indeed.
She's
Very.
actually just stunning.
And we just know she's going to continue killing it. So we're excited to see that next year as well.
Central C.
Yeah, he's got the numbers. He's doing really well. He's a UK face. We love to see it.
Central, big up you, bro. He's just done the night collab. He's just done his night collab, and that's gone crazy. He sold out everywhere. So big up Central C. He's
just doing so well. I remember when I went to go and see him live at Crystal Palace, and he was just like, honestly, do you know when you don't know what to expect when you see someone live? Because either they're going to exceed your expectations or they're going to be really bad. He exceeded mine.
Wicked.
Like he was really good. So
Good,
yeah,
good.
I agree.
I'm still yet to see him perform. So I'll go see his next. I'll go to his next concert. I actually will. I'll go to his next concert.
Guys, let us know who you think your breakout artist of the year is in the comments down below.
And on that note, it's a wrap. So guys. Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. It's finished.
a wrap. The play-by-play, Network. We did that. Naya?
Nayana and Mena, it's been the special edition where we've discussed everything that you've been discussing this year, and we can't wait to see what happened next.
I know what's going to happen next. Do you know what's going to happen next?
What's going to happen next?
The Network takeover. Merry Christmas, guys. This is what we're doing. Energy.
And have a lovely Christmas. Enjoy your time here. And don't think we're leaving your screens that quickly. We'll be back before you know it in 2025.
Yes, we will. Now hurry up and come on.
Let's get out of here. I want my Christmas pudding.
Both at the same time. Well,
you want this time. It's not fair. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. See ya.
YEEEAAH Network.